subscribe, and like my channel. Firstly, I want to introduce myself. I'm from Hungary and I started to my newest hobby, which is to keep ants. From a long time I read a lot from ants and I always wanted to see them as they became a big colony and how they are living. So I bought a formicarium, some of the equipment, and started this. So let's go on, and firstly what I know about the ants I ordered. They called Lasius niger ants. They know to be common in Europe and easy for a starter in this uncommon hobby. So some details about them.
The Lasius niger, commonly known as the black garden ant, is one of the most widespread and well-known ant species in Europe. These ants are medium-sized, with workers typically measuring between 3.5 to 5 millimeters in length. Their bodies are dark brown or black and covered with fine hairs. Lasius niger ants are omnivorous, with their primary food sources being plant sap and sugary substances, especially the honeydew secreted by aphids. They are known to milk aphids, protecting them from predators in exchange for their sweet excretions. Black garden ants are highly adaptable and can thrive in various habitats, including gardens, parks, meadows, and forest edges. They typically build their nests in the soil, but they can also nest under stones, in tree hollows, or even within cracks in buildings. The life cycle of Lasius niger consists of 4 main stages: egg, larva, pupa, and adult. After mating, the queen lays eggs that hatch into larvae within a few weeks. Workers are responsible for feeding the larvae, providing them with protein-rich food. Lasius niger queens can live remarkably long lives. In laboratory conditions, they have been known to survive up to 29 years, a remarkable feat among insects. During the summer, swarming events are common, with winged males and females leaving the nest en masse for mating. Lasius niger plays a vital role in ecosystems by aerating the soil, decomposing organic material, and regulating pest populations.
Now let's talk about the equipments what are needed to keep ants. Not all of them are necessary, but most of them are useful in my opinion. You will need a tweezer or clip. This is necessary for the cleaning process, and everything are very tiny, so it's really useful to have 1 or 2. If you need something stronger than the clips, then you should have a hook wire. The other thing is necessary is cotton wool. You will need this for a lot of things. You will release to that later. Test tubes are useful too. If you keep different colonies, then every colony starts here, before they becoming a big brood. If you have a test tube, then you have to clean it, so it's a good idea to get tube brush to keep them clean. The other brush you will need is paintbrush, because with this you won't harm the ants and their farrowing and ant eggs if you have moved them. Some type of formicariums are use sponge for moistening and giving drink for the ants, so a syringe is useful for that. Another sponge is needed is for cleaning the formicarium. It's good idea to put on a stick or glue to it, so making the windows cleaning process more easy. Pipette is same as syringe. It makes easier to get things wet, but not too wet. You'll need food for the ant sauce. Well, you can buy it, or if you have spare you can use that, but always use pure food without preservatives. On the internet you can buy a lot of things, but if you don't want to spend that lot of money, you can always hack things like how I made this little ventilator for make my formicarium less humid. For me, the last thing I wanted, to watch the ants 24/7, so I used my old web camera and ordered a microscope camera for the nest part.
Of course, if you have an old handycam or anything that can be attached to your computer, then you can use that for private or public watch for your pets.
After I got all the equipment, I made the farm. Put the soil in the nest place, and afterward in the arena. The throne and the queen with the workers and brood. Then I realized that I shouldn't do that. It would be a more peaceful solution if I attached the test tube one of the attaching point and let the brood decide when they want to move in. But now nothing to do, just waiting, and watch my life while they becoming bigger and bigger. If you have any suggestion or idea from how to decorate the farm to what should be in the next video, then don't keep it to yourself, share it under the comments or at the live chat. See you soon. For now I leave the next 5 minutes for you to watch them how they searching the best place inside of their new environment.